Hey guys, today's video is going to be reorganizing and simplifying my everyday makeup drawer. This is the disaster that is happening. I've already pulled out a handful of things prior to deciding to film this video. So these things will be going back as well. And then I also have this organizer, which is going to get simplified a little bit. Eye and brow products and all of my eyeliners. This is getting out of hand. These are a combination of Project Pan items as well as just products I randomly go pull from my collection. The palettes are absolutely insane. Over here I have like some hair things and body care things. This deodorant is wrapped in a baby face cloth because it's like leaking oil around the bottom and it was like making a mark on my dresser. Sorry, that's kind of dirty. And just like hair stuff, another deodorant, that sort of thing. Now, you hear me say in all of my Project Pan videos, like, I don't understand how to make more progress, like I lack project panning strategy, etc. I can't find a damn thing in here. Like, no wonder I'm not meeting my Project Pan goals, and like, I don't even know what's in projects and what's not in this pile. And I always want to reach for all of the makeup all of the time, but this also is not making me happy. I need some order in my life. Same with lip products. I am panning quite a few of these lip products or have like 10 use goals, but a lot of these are not in projects either. So we're going to just be simplifying, reorganizing, and putting a ton of stuff away. This isn't really a true shop my stash, but I'm more like shopping what I already pulled from downstairs and going to like undo a lot of it. Now, I don't think this container is the best idea. I did have a container up here on my dresser that had the stuff I was trying to reach for daily, which also wasn't really working. And visually, I did not like I had this makeup mess and then makeup mess over here, and it's just too cluttered up here. So I went downstairs and pulled this, and this is what I want to fit in this drawer like this, and then have the palettes in the back side, but way fewer palettes than what we're seeing today. So hopefully this can work. I'm holding you freehand right now, but I will put you on a little tripod. I don't know how much I'm going to be talking, probably a lot. You guys know I like to chat. I'm already chatting too much. You get the gist. Let's simplify this and meet some project panning goals before the end of the year. Okay, I'm not sure if this is the best angle, but this is what we're working with. The ring light portion doesn't want to tip, so I hope this works. I think step one is going to pull stuff out of here and get this organizer set inside and see how much room we have. So I'm first just going to like pull all these palettes out of here. There are just so many of them. Like, this is unnecessary. Okay, so that does fit in there really well, even better than I was expecting, to be honest. Okay, let's angle you up a little bit more so you can see my mess and my tea. These are all of the eyeshadow palettes and face palettes I've had in my makeup drawer, my everyday makeup drawer. No wonder I'm not making any progress on my eyeshadows. It's just too much. So let's first separate out what is in a project and what isn't. So as much as I love the Tiny Marbles palette, I have kept it in the box because I want to keep it pristine. This is not in a project and I have been reaching for it. So that needs to go. This is in a project, so is this. I don't think this is in a project. This is, maybe I can put face palettes to one side and eyeshadow palettes on the other. Maybe face palettes and mini palettes. This palette's quite big, so let's get that laying in there. Project, not a project, not a project. Project 100 uses, not a project. Project 100 uses, no, yes, no. Wow, there's even more going on in here than I thought. Project, 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 not. This is a project. These are not projects either. I do want a couple eyeshadows for Shop My Stash capacity. I feel like I've used those ones enough, but I would like to keep these two as Shop My Stash palettes for this rotation. Does that make sense? Sorry, like I don't know how much you can see of me in the mirror, probably too much, and I'm like bending over awkwardly because I'm using this new ring light situation and not, oh, you can see it. I can't see what you guys can see. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 21 palettes in this drawer, and 11 of them are in projects. 10 of them were just Shop My Stash randomly shoved in this drawer for no reason other than I was getting distracted. So I am going to pull these in, like I said, but that still means that 8 palettes are going back downstairs and giving me much more space. So let's get these in. These are all like similar shapes. These are 2 mini palettes. This is a face palette as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna put these mini palettes in a drawer or a little whatever cubby thing. I don't know what to call that. I think that is less overwhelming, but there's still a lot in here. That's okay. Maybe I should move. No, I don't like that. Okay, never mind. Abort mission. Okay. Now we have this, and I think I should do a similar thing where I separate out what is in a project and what isn't, and then only have a couple of Shop My Stash items. I think that is the best route. Actually, let's start up here with this little organizer. Some things just stay here, like my lip balm, my Drunk Elephant debronzy. I have some fragrances, my pens, setting spray. That stuff's going to stay. But I'm just going to pull things that are not in projects. Okay. And let's do the same with this bin, and I will try and like organize them as I'm pulling things out, if that makes sense. So these 2 different face palettes are in projects as well. So now I'm thinking I do want, okay, we'll reorganize the drawer after. I'm getting ahead of myself as always. This is not in a project. This isn't in a project either, but I just keep it up here in case I do need it, because it's just a white mixer. So I think I'm just gonna set this aside somewhere. These are not in projects, nor is this. Champagne Pop is in a project, so is this blush. Okay, so all of these things, I would have just sped that up, are not in projects that were in my everyday makeup drawer. For someone that's a project panner, I don't want to be like dramatic and say like this is unacceptable, but like this is not going to get me anywhere as close to meeting my panning goals by the end of the year. I hope this makes sense. I have a large makeup collection. I love shopping my stash, but I'm not even utilizing these products well because they were all in that big basket. They're just taking up space and being overwhelming. I'd rather get back to the shop my stash that I intended, where it's like 5, 6 products and the rest are project pans, so that I'm still rotating, meeting some goals, but also making progress. I hope I'm making sense. This small pile over here are the ones that were in projects. So let's get those organized, and then we'll select just like 5 things to put back from this area. Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is not a great angle, but this thing, it just won't bend properly. Okay, I found 2 more face palettes along with these 2 face palettes. So I think I do want these palettes to be to one side, and I'm also going to put these eyeshadow palettes in here so that they are separated and they don't get confused with these eyeshadow palettes. These mini ones will just get lost in here. I know that they will. Okay, now I have 2 bronzers. This is in Deck of Panning, I believe. This one I met my goal on, but I'm so close to 100 uses that I want to just use it a couple more times to meet that goal. I have 2 blushes in projects, singular blushes. I have blushes in these face palettes that are in projects. 1 individual highlighter. This is Champagne Pop. I also had Prosecco Pop in here, which I was reaching for instead of this just because they look the same and I didn't really care once I pulled it out of the drawer. And I have a powder. I'm going to put the powder in the first one. Maybe I can make this like base products. And I would like this center compartment to be cheeks. So I have 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, a highlighter. And I'm also working on 1 other highlighter in my Cover Effects palette. Let's have a look up here and see what we have. We've already decided on the palettes. I have 1 primer here, but I have 3 other primers that I had pulled out. And I would like to continue testing this one. You'll notice a theme. The products that I tested for the first time in my full face of It's Just Steph's favorites, I want to keep out and continue testing. But I want these project pan items they're not really in frame, sorry, to be my focus. I'm going to put this in the drawer. I'll show you what it looks like once I'm done. And these ones will be going away. Same with foundations. I have 1 foundation in a project, but I had 3 others in my drawer. This next one is really not my shade, and I've used it a decent amount. I've been reaching for this ColourPop tinted moisturizer quite a lot this summer, but I feel like I would like to use this Fenty Eavesdrops a couple more times, so I will be also keeping this out. I had 4 concealers, 1 in a project pan, so I had 5 concealers out in total. That is just not going to work. Again, going with the new one I will be keeping. So we're already at 3 Shop My Stash items technically. Oops. I now have a powder to set my under eyes and a powder to set my face, both in projects. So I'm going to put, oh no, I should keep the CoverGirl out to continue to test. Okay, putting these 2 powders away, keeping this one out. I will try my best to keep rotating through. This was in there floating around. I'm going to put this up in this blue bin that you can kind of see that has my other eyeshadow bases that can just go in there. There's some random products in here. I'm going to put these somewhere else. Maybe I can tuck them in here somewhere. that are not taking up room in the makeup portion. This single eyeshadow is not in a project or anything. See, this is what happens. I'm like, oh, but it's so pretty for fall. It's kind of dark, even though I have this silly ring light over here. Anyways, I should put this back for now. Okay, I had 3 blushes. I still have not had a chance to use this Bare Minerals bronzer that I pulled in a Shop My Stash that I would think is perfect for this time of year. So I'm going to keep this one in and put these 2 away. Can you guys even see anything that I'm showing you, or is it so freaking dark? Maybe I should just keep them over here. I don't know. These are going away. Highlighters, I'm trying to hit pan. Well, I have a pan goal and a 10 use goal on highlighters, but I do really want to get use out of this ColourPop Winnie the Pooh highlighter that I bought. I'm so sorry about the lighting of this video. I thought this new ring light thing I got would be helpful, but I think it's honestly making my videos worse. Can you see the new ring light? It can like change colors and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I thought it would be fun for like reels or TikTok videos, and I got it for free, so you know. Anyways, this is going to go in the drawer. There were even more highlighters that I didn't even realize were sitting there. Those have to be put away. Bronzers. I think I'm going to put all of these away for right now. Bronzer isn't something I feel like I need a huge variety in. Okay, lip products. Fenty is going away. I feel like I've used that a lot. What do I have? These are 2 I pulled in my Shop My Stash. I think I want... See now? Okay, I'm going to put the Bite away because this is a very summery shade. I did use it and it is beautiful, but it's not really a fall shade. If it gets pulled into a project somehow, then that's fine. Same with this orangey ColourPop lip. I'm going to put this away for now because the formula is very similar to this e.l.f. product that I have a 10 use goal on, and this is orange, which is quite summery. For bullet lipsticks, the only one I have in a project is this bright pinky red. How do I open this? I forgot. I do have a couple more uses to go on this, so I am going to keep my ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Cookie. This is just a great nude. Technically, this e.l.f. is in my bullet lipstick category, but it's kind of gloss-like. For lip glosses, I'm trying to pan my Buxom Dolly, which is a mauve, but I did try this Tower 28 gloss for the first time in that video of Steph's favorites, and it's a beautiful fall brown nude, so I'm going to keep that out as well. And then I did pull both of these out in my Shop My Stash. I have used this once, like I said. I don't think I've used this one, or maybe I have used it once. I'm just going to keep those out as well. So we'll be putting 3 lip products away. I already feel way better about what is going on here. These will be my focus base products. I just bring up 1 setting spray at a time. My lip products, 2 liquid highlighters. I have quite a lot of highlight to work on apparently. Lip balm, we went over this, my tretinoin, and my nail polish that's in Whole Collection Project Pan. Once all of this is put away, like you can't even see all of it. Look at all of that stuff that was in this drawer. I'm so excited to put that away. And now this, let me just take you off this stupid tripod. And now this is what my drawer is looking like. This compartment looks a little empty, but honestly, thank goodness, because this is base products. I don't need a giant variety day to day. I do feel like I need that for cheek products. So I have 2 bronzers in here, 3 blushes, and 2 highlighters. But again, I have some face palettes here. I'm working on different things. This is a blush. I have a blush in here, a highlight in here, a setting powder in here. You get the gist. The 3 base products I'm panning, plus 1 other of each of those categories. And I'm working on the Rimmel Stay Matte to finish, and that's for setting my face. My under eye powder is in my Too Faced Cocoa Contour, but I did try this for the first time in Steph's video, and I do want to use it a couple more times, of course, before putting it away for a while. But this looks so much better, and I think this will help me a ton with meeting my panning goals. Yes, I still have a ton of palettes, but I have 11 in project pans and 2 for Shop My Stash, and I think that's way better and will help me meet goals. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with my thinking, or is it completely flawed? I do know this is still a lot of makeup, but if this is my everyday makeup drawer, I can easily come in here and make decisions and be like, oh yes, this is in Deck of Panning. I need to film that update soon. Maybe I should use that a couple more times instead of this bronzer that's in here, that sort of thing. Whereas when it was all of this plus all of this, I was just honestly closing my eyes and reaching in, and if I touched this blush, that was the one I was using, even though it's not in a project pan. And I do love my palettes, and I had a lot of fun with these in my everyday makeup drawer, but they're not in projects. And if I can focus and meet my goals on these, there's a chance I can pull those ones in and still be making progress on my collection in the way that I want to. So I think this is going to make me much happier. I'm going to work with this for 2 weeks or so, and then come back with another proper Shop My Stash where I'm just going to rotate out the things that are not in projects that I will hopefully have used a handful of times, and be able to pull in a handful of other products to complement my project pans. I know I'm over explaining myself. Here's another look. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video and helping me organize and simplify my everyday makeup drawer. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.